So I had a guy hit me up after the video yesterday, and he said, man, you should have a wire running from one of your batteries that runs the switches. I'm Johnny Garage Johnson, and this is Hardcore Garage. Which I knew that this didn't have that, but it was still working, and I wasn't really sure why. So I sent him some pictures, went back and forth a little bit, and what it is my switches are running off 48 volts right now. They should be running off 24. He said that may also be my problem with the front pump kicking on randomly or whatever. So I'm going to change that real quick. I'm going to show you the issue first, and then we'll change it and see if we see any really difference. For quick reference, we'll take a look at this diagram again from Lowrider Hydraulics. You can see the hot wire coming off of the second battery positive terminal running up to the switches. So normally this is my ground here. It starts, so we would come off of the positive off this side here, and what I need to do is run a wire from here to where those two wires are. And if you look, those two wires right now, they're feeding right off this solenoid and off of this solenoid. You can see the thing coming there. Well, both of this wire and the wire feeding this one both come off of the last battery, which is 48 volts. I don't know if that was just something somebody did or if they changed the rules or what, but that is not cool, so we are going to fix that right now. First thing we need to do is get this ground off here so we don't cause any sparkage. I'm going to remove this nut here and remove that wire and remove that nut and that wire. All right, we got both of them off. I'm going to have to I'll probably just cut that wire and take it out of there after I make sure that it's not going to work. So now undo that Phillips screw, and both of those are disconnected. I've already got my wire with my end on it right here. Keep wanting to lay that wrench on top of the batteries, and that's not a good idea. Get that accidentally between the batteries, positive and negative. We'll see some show. Nice and snug. I'm going to run this wire down a little bit to kind of hide it over into there. Made it a little long so I can move the batteries around a little bit if I need to. Still need a battery rack. It's not really a priority at the moment. What's the chance that I remember what I did with that screw? Or the screwdriver. I see the screw. Where did I put the screwdriver? There we go. This is much more convenient than having that topper on here. I tell you that, boys and girls. That looks a lot better. Hopefully, that solved my problem, which I haven't had, honestly. Little quick look again, 24 volts down to the power lead running to the switches. I had one other suggestion, that was to move my rear battery lead to the 24 volt positive also. That way the back pump, since it is slower anyway, doesn't really need to have 48 volts going to it. So we did that. I'll flip the camera around and show you that too. Pretty simple, just moved it over. So here we are, 24 volt positive. You can see the red wire coming off it that feeds our switches, and this wire here also goes down to that bank of solenoids which feeds the rear pump. We still have the positive coming off the 48 volt that goes through this bank that feeds that pump. And I've slowly been just trying to clean on these things, man, when I get some time, and moving around in there with some SOS pads and a little bit of elbow grease. Newest find. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Even so, we are still moving forward. Just 1 step every 2 that we take, I think, if my math is right. So we will get there eventually. These tires have good tread on them. And my wife just had a flat tire in hers, and I had a flat tire. Maybe I ought to like check my driveway for sharp objects that tires don't like. Who knows? Maybe. Anyway, thanks for following along, guys. If there's anything that you particularly want to see about this vehicle that I can help you out with, since, you know, we're all trying to learn together, just let me know. We'll tear into it. This thing's halfway apart anyway, so experimentation is the best form of something. I don't know, but y'all take it easy. Keep on trucking. We gonna turn this mother out. Go hammer, go hammer. If you are still watching, I want to give you a little sneak peek at the hydraulics that are going to be in Slime Time 89. Let's look over here on this bottom shelf. Shh. Now realize these were built in the 90s and have never been used, but we got polished blocks there, chrome ends, brand new dumps, and that's a clear tank, even though it's covered with dust. It's called a double whammy. Soon to a car show near you.